Today, let's visit India and paint the gorgeous silhouette of Taj Mahal. Let's start with the horizon line, then draw the outline of Taj Mahal. Next, let's create a mirror image for its reflection on water. The idea on this prompt is to practice painting layers to portray the backlight and the silhouette. When we paint silhouette, the color is not really all black. There is a play of tone to portray it more realistically. Let's paint. I start with the color of the sky. I mix burnt sienna and yellow ochre. Sky starting with the light tone in the middle and softly gets a bit darker as I reach the edge. I added Indian red to make my mix a bit darker in tone. I use my sprayer to soften the edges. I add water on my wash to make a light gradient towards the horizon. Now let's paint the water fragment. The water always reflects the color of the sky and the object around it. So since the sky is warm, water should have the same warm color. Make the wash dark in the area close to us and softly transitions to a lighter tone as we approach the horizon. I sprayed some water, but the sprayer is facing up so the water drops will be finer. Let's dry this layer before painting the silhouette and reflection. Now let's mix burnt sienna and amethyst genuine for a brown color. The color should be slightly darker than the background. As I paint the lower part of the structure, I vary the tonal values by either adding few water or few paint. It is crucial that the background color is thoroughly dry so we can create hard edge on the outline of the silhouette. I am dropping some dark colors on random spots to give the silhouette some sort of texture and mood. As we approach the edge, the color should be thicker and darker. Doing this gives the image extra depth and drama. I make the mix really dark by using neutral tint. Now I get my synthetic brush to paint the fine details of the tower and dome. Once you're done, I soften the edge on the horizon using a clean, damp brush. Now let's paint the reflection. The reflection should be darker than the structure since there is almost no light. But just like the silhouette, the reflection is not painted with black or with a single dark color. I still vary the tonal value, creating mid-tones and dark tones. You can also observe the movement of my brush as I paint the reflection. I move it sideways to show the movement of water that affects the shape of the reflection. As you paint this, always keep in mind that the reflection is the mirror image of the object being reflected, so you won't get lost on painting the reflection. I also slightly cut the straight white gap in the horizon line so it won't be too distracting. Now you can see the misty effect that we have achieved by dropping dark spots of colors on the silhouette. It gives the picture texture and also creates an atmospheric mood. Let's add some final details using a synthetic brush. I will dry this layer again and we are done. So this is painting in layers or in wet on dry technique. This technique is not as tricky as the wet on wet technique that we did with Germany. But the crucial thing when doing this approach is applying the appropriate tonal value on each layer to achieve depth and retain the transparency of watercolor.